Yep, that's right, guys. I'm not afraid to admit it. Gotta apologize to you. All right, what is up, everybody? We are back on the streets of, where are we? We're in Philly, obviously, but I'm trying to think of what section. South Philly. Yes, South Philly. We are on Wharton. I was a little mixed around for a second there. Wharton, and there it is, 13th. Anyways, thanks for stopping by to check out another video today. Stopping by to ride along through Philly, the city of brotherly love. As always, you know I love giving you guys a look at all the different sections of Philadelphia from two wheels on a motorcycle. And obviously, as you know, we're getting towards the end of 2021 here, getting closer to 2022, and you know, a lot of times, not to be like sentimental or anything, but I just like to kind of like look back on the year, recap everything that we did, all the places we went, and some of the things that we didn't do, which is what I got to apologize for, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. I'll explain in further detail. But yeah, I always just kind of like to kind of, no, not goals, but just kind of like loosely ended plans, you know, for the upcoming year and things like that. And today we're going to talk a little bit about some of those things that I did do and accomplished, and a couple of those things that I did not do, which is what I got to apologize for. Places we went, people we met, things we saw, things we did. Also recap some of the stuff we did to the bike this year. Not a whole lot of mods this year. A lot of my stuff was already done, so, but there was a few things that we added to the bike this year. I am always humbled and honored at the opportunity and privilege, all the stuff this bike has given me opportunity to do, go places, meet people, ride all these different bikes and things like that. So I'm always really appreciative of that and want to recap some of that stuff that we got into this year. But before we get started, drop it down in the comments. What was your favorite ride or trip that you took this year? If you're tuning in, what was your favorite ride or trip, and what stuff do you got coming up for the new year? Because I'm going to let you know what I got coming up a little bit too. So starting it off earlier in the year, some of the big things that were awesome that I really wanted to do and was able to accomplish some of those. The first one was DGR, the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. So DGR, Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, is always a good time. It's a good cause. Get dressed up with some friends. We did our ride up to New Hope this year. Some cool back roads, some cool exploring up there. Donate money to a good cause and all that fun stuff. So DGR, that's one I wanted to do. Check that off the list. That was good. And then, of course, the next pretty cool longer ride I did was a little moto camping trip down to Baltimore over near West Virginia as well, with Jason, Ironborn Rider, Tim, Nevermore Moto. That was kind of a bucket lister I wanted to do. Strapped all the gear up to the bike, headed down there, did a lot of riding. That was a really good time. Set up camp, had some fun, ate at some different places, all that good stuff. And I'll be honest, the ride back was actually probably one of my favorite rides of the year. It was so hot that weekend, but we woke up super early. It was very cool. Headed up through Maryland, up to like Gettysburg. I broke off through Gettysburg to Lancaster, back over to Philly. I mean, it was just beautiful roads, perfect weather. It was an absolute awesome time. Another really awesome one, I got to do another trip across state to meet up with my dad. Took this thing all the way from Philly through Hershey, Harrisburg State College, Clarion, PA, up through Erie, PA to New York to Ohio, like all these different places. We got all that in within a week, and that was really awesome. That was a really awesome time, really good ride. Definitely another huge highlight of the year, of the summer. So another really awesome one that you saw a video on was Trog, the Race of Gentlemen, down in Wildwood, New Jersey. That was a bucket lister for sure. I've been wanting to go for that for years. Met up with my guy, Philly Two Wheels. He took his Triumph down. I was down on the Sportster. I mean, that was just an amazing day. Awesome weather, amazing ride down there, amazing event, people everywhere, bikes racing up and down the beach. The Race of Gentlemen, I mean, that was just such an awesome time. Like I said, the weather was amazing, the atmosphere, the bikes on the beach and everything. I would highly recommend going to that. I'm definitely going to try to get to that again next year. That was just an absolute awesome time. And another one that I'm just like super thankful for and appreciative of was this year I really wanted to get into like riding, you know, different bikes, different makes, models, brands, all that stuff. And I was really lucky, and I'm really appreciative to these guys that I was able to do this. So first off, huge thanks to Dan at Brandywine Harley Davidson. I mean, some of the bikes that he let me ride, absolutely amazing stuff. This year I was able to get on the Livewire, the FXDR, Lowrider S, Softail, and Dyna, Road King. Hopped on that bagger for the first time. That was absolutely amazing. Huge shout out, huge thanks to him. And then of course my buddy Corey as well. You know, I saw some videos with him earlier in the year. He was buying, selling, flipping bikes. Let me hop on one of his Indian Scouts there for a minute. That was an absolute blast to ride. That was a fun time. Remember, I got videos on all of those different bikes that we were riding throughout the year. If you're interested in seeing any of my thoughts or videos on some of those bikes, make sure you go back and take a look at some of those. Maybe I'll link them down there in the comments if you want to see some of those. But yeah, I would say overall it was a pretty good year. It got to accomplish a lot of stuff, some good distance riding all these different bikes, meeting up with a lot of you out there, a lot of good times. Hopefully we can meet up with some more people next year. I know I got people just constantly tuning in saying, hey man, let's meet up. I'm in like Eastern PA or Jersey or wherever, so trust me, I got you guys on my radar. We're gonna meet up soon. Definitely sometime in 2022, spring, summer, all that good stuff. We'll be setting some stuff up for sure. And so with every success, of course, comes some failures that I need to apologize to everybody out there for. There's some stuff that I would say we didn't get to do. I didn't get to do, and a lot of that's my fault. There's a reason why. I'll tell you why. So some of that stuff that I gotta apologize for, I know I promised some more meetup type events, you know, group rides, going different places, different things like that. So some of the stuff that sorry I didn't get to follow through on really is because at some point in the middle of the summer, I actually ended up getting a new job. I changed jobs at the end of July, I think it was. And so just a little backstory on some of that. So previously I'd been working at the same company for like 6 years, I think it was. And obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys know out there, you work at the same place for a while, you know, you build up trust, you build up tenure, you know, you get flexibility, you can do whatever you want. It was very easy for me to take time off, hop out whenever I wanted, you know, schedule time off very easily and things like that. But at some point along the line there, it did become time for a change. So I did end up getting a new job at the end of July, and that's kind of when some of these things fell off the radar just due to time, basically. Obviously, I'm sure everybody knows out there, you get a new job, you gotta stay a little more focused. You want to make a good first impression. Can't really take time off as easily or you know, as flexibly as somewhere that you may have worked for like over 6 years or something like that. So that's why some of that stuff kind of fell off the radar. Some of what I wanted to do was things like, you know, Two-Wheel Tuesdays, like, you know, every couple weeks or like once a month or something like that. I wanted to put together a big like Philly coffee ride, check out different coffee shops in the city. It really was just kind of like that timing issue, you know, sometimes, you know, things just don't always go as planned. And so it really was just kind of like that timing issue. I just didn't really kind of have the time to put together a couple of these things that I really wanted to do to like bring a bunch of people together the way I wanted to. Another one that I gotta apologize for that we didn't get to do was another Philly cheesesteak ride, man. That was a blast last year. Those guys from Baltimore, Maryland stuff came up. Actually, no, you know what? That was not my fault. I'm gonna blame that on Tim at Nevermore Moto, Jason, Ironborn Rider. I'm actually gonna blame that one on you guys. We talked about it a little bit, but it just kind of never formulated, and I'm just gonna say it was their fault. All right, nah, sorry, I'm just kidding. If those guys are tuning in, sorry guys, I'm just kidding. It's not your fault. We'll just say it's a collective, all of our faults, maybe. I don't know. But next year, seriously, let's make it happen. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, I really do appreciate everyone that I've ever met up with through this. I appreciate everybody tuning in, all the comments, all that awesome stuff. It's really opened up a lot of opportunities to network and meet so many awesome people in the area and even online. So yeah, that's just some of the main stuff. Want to give a little shout out, a little apology. I know there's some stuff that we wanted to put together. We didn't quite get to do it, but hey, stay tuned. If we haven't met up yet, if we haven't done a ride yet, if you're in the Philly area, the Jersey area, like I said, I always got people wanting to meet up and ride. If we haven't met up yet, trust me, I love meeting up with you guys, love engaging in the comments and everything like that. So stay tuned. We're going to get together. Trust me. I promise we're going to make it happen. So yeah, that's just a little recap I like to do kind of at the end of each year, leading into the next year. Stuff I did, people I met, stuff I saw, places I rode, all that good stuff, stuff we forgot to do, stuff we didn't have time to do. I really do have a blast doing all this, riding around Philly, recording, talking to people, meeting up with everybody. I really do enjoy that. I hope you have all had a blast riding along this year as well through Philadelphia. Trust me, we got plenty more coming up. We got plenty of more stuff that we got to accomplish and do, so really hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you guys will continue to ride along as we ride into 2022 as well. So like I said, things don't always go as planned. You know, we got some of the plans in, we didn't make some of the plans happen, but hey, you know, there's always next year. So that is going to wrap it up for now as we finish up this little scoot through Philadelphia. Can't wait to catch you guys in 2022. As always, ride safe out there. Make it a good one. It's the Moto John. We'll see y'all on down the road. Peace.